Black consciousness is so focused on white people that they have no black solutions. If you really take a step back and think about it, most of what you hear from the black conscious community is about what's wrong with white folk. White fragility, white fear, white women's tears, Karens, the white supremacist system. The overwhelming majority of the discourse in that space is focused on diagnosing white people. Why are they so evil? Why are they so racist? Why are they so mean? How can we fix them? How can we change them? How can we get them to be allies and do this and do that? It's all focused on what's white folks' problem and what they need to do. That's why when you look at the numbers and the statistics over the past 30 years, a lot of them have been going in the wrong direction in black America because nobody is really talking about what we need to do, what we need to fix, what we need to work on. That's intentional, by the way. Solutions are intentionally left out of the conversation because accountability comes with solutions. And you cannot rise through the ranks and become very popular in conscious spaces and become a black thought leader and you talking about accountability too much. People don't want to hear that. And so what do? Well, once again, you spend a whole lot of time diagnosing white people and blaming white people for everything because people like to hear that. And you can rise through the ranks by doing that. And when you do offer solutions, the type of solutions you offer are these completely non-thought through, off the wall, unspecific, unattainable solutions. Like, oh, we got to tear down the system of white supremacy and replace it with such and such. Or we got to tear down capitalism. Stuff like that. Now, do these people have any plan on how they're going to tear down capitalism? No, they do not. Do they have any idea of what they're going to replace capitalism with? No, they do not. Do they have the organization, the funds, the manpower, the whatever you want to call it, to do any of these things that they're talking about? No, they do not. But that doesn't matter because it's not about solutions anyway. It's really not. It's about finding someone to blame. Because when you really think about it, whether it's the black conscious community, whether it's the red pill community with the men, whether it's the divest or the pink pill community with the women, whether it's the left, the right, MAGA, whatever group you want to come up with, all that happens in these groups, all you have to do to rise the ranks in these groups is galvanize people around someone to blame. So in these men's spaces, they all gather around their idea that everything is the woman's fault. In these diverse, I hate black men, pink pill spaces, they all gather around under the idea that everything is the black man's fault. So there's never like, and I've seen some of these spaces, especially like the black male space where it's like, let's get on these women. There's never any talk about solutions. There's never any real talk about accountability or progressing yourself as a man. As a matter of fact, if you're in these male spaces where they talk about what's wrong with women all day, the easiest and the fastest way to get kicked out of the group is to suggest that men work on themselves and put themselves in better. Man, they get so mad with you, they'll boot you out of that group so fast. What? They in there talking about, and the problem with the Western woman, and then you come in there saying, hey, brothers, why don't we do this? Why don't we start working out? Man, they'll kick you out that group so fast because they're not there for solutions. They're there to vent and to point fingers. It's the same thing with the black conscious community. They're there to point the finger at the white man. That's all they want to do. And let me be clear. I'm not saying that throughout history there hasn't been some things done to black people by white people. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I personally don't see the benefit of sitting on line or in a lecture hall, wherever these people meet up at, and all the time talking about what the white man did, what the white man's problem is, what his issue is. All that that does not benefit me. I mean, just think about it. We all see what's going on with Umar Johnson right now. And as he was talking about how he's in all these different issues, he also said, I'm going to be over here, and I'm going to be in this state, and I'm going to be at that country, and I'm coming over here on this date. What tangible thing do you honestly believe at this point Umar Johnson is providing to people that sit in the Umar Johnson lecture? None. They just want to hear what they want to hear. And so all you got to do is give them some off the wall, nonsensical solution like, oh, we got to tear down capitalism. How are you going to do that? You asking too many questions, you know? And so that's the issue of black consciousness. It is not focused on black solutions. It's focused on diagnosing white people. That's why all these books and all these lectures, white fear, white fragility, white fight, white tears, white this, white that. If you ever ask these people what we need to do to fix black America, and if you give them 3 minutes to answer, they're going to spend 2 minutes and 20 seconds talking about white folk.